waiting for months about Aaron Rodgers. Take a listen to what he just said on the Pat McAfee Show.
At this point, as I sit here, I think since Friday, I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
Okay.
And I haven't been holding anything up at this point. It's been compensation that the Packers are trying to get. The Packers would like to move on. They've let me know that in so many words. They've let other people know that in direct words. And because I still have that fire and I want to play and I would like to play in New York, it's just a matter of, getting that done at this point.
All right, so look, he said at the beginning of that, we were taking a listen, he wasn't going to come on the Pat McAfee Show to announce, but his intentions stated really clear. He went into darkness, he said 90% retire, 10% play.
Yes.
Came out of darkness, saw that the Packers wanted to shop him, decided that he wanted to play, and his intentions now are to play football for the New York Jets if and when the Packers, in his language, can get the compensation worked out.
And that has continued to be, because we keep listening here in between doing things on the show, that he is really now focusing on the Packers, and that right now they are the reason why this deal is not done.
Right.
And if you were listening, throughout the last 15 minutes, he's been taking us on a timeline exactly of the Green Bay Packers, what they did and didn't do, how they made him feel, et cetera, as we bring Adam Schefter. And Adam, of course, you've been watching this entire thing with Pat McAfee as well. Your thoughts on what Aaron has said so far?
I think he's expressing what everybody thought would be the case. When we talked on the noon SportsCenter, there wasn't a question about whether or not he wanted to play. He went in there into the darkness thinking that retirement was a likely option. He came out of there. The Jets were interested. He met with them at his home in Malibu, and obviously came up with a different conclusion. As he said, he told them last Friday, these sides have been in communication. They have known and felt optimistic. The issue, as we've said, is to a lesser extent restructuring his contract, which is not going to be difficult to do. He wants to be there. They want him there. They'll figure that out. The issue is working out the compensation now with Green Bay. And the Packers can argue that he is the greatest player in franchise history, as he himself has pointed out. He's the best player that's ever played there, Aaron Rodgers said. So when you're trading maybe the best player who's ever played in Green Bay, you want to get something back, fair value. The Jets will say he's a 39-year-old quarterback, might play only a year or two. What is fair value? Now, I'm telling you, in the Packers organization, they have talked about the fact that it should be a Russell Wilson or Matthew Stafford package. It won't be that. Of course it won't be that. And they may not ask that.
Can you recap what that was, what that
Multiple ones.
Multiple ones.
Multiple ones. That has come up within the organization. Doesn't mean they're going to ask the Jets for that, but in their minds, there's a framework, and then they begin to budge off that. And where they ultimately come in is, we'll see. Maybe they want a first-round pick. And the Jets can look and say, we once traded for another great Packers quarterback. Arguably maybe the second best player in Packers franchise history, Brett Favre. We traded a conditional fourth-round pick. That could have become a third or a second, depending on how Favre and the team did. So you have the Packers in one corner with whatever compensation they're seeking, but it's going to be significant. Whatever it is, I don't know. And you have the Jets in this corner saying, well, there is precedent for Favre. They're going to come in somewhere in the middle. Something that makes both sides a little bit uneasy. The Packers are not going to get as much as they want. The Jets are going to give up more than they want. That's how deals are done.
That's a negotiation, when both parties come out a little unhappy. Here's what I would say about this, Adam, and I think there's going to be one party incredibly unhappy about this, because as he's been known to do, Aaron just came out in front of a pretty large audience on the Pat McAfee Show and basically just blamed this whole thing on the Packers and said, this is why it's not getting done. We're ready to make this work, but we're waiting on the Packers. They are holding this up. Might that slight at the Packers cause any rifts between the negotiations?
He has the leverage. He can show up there and have his salary on the books. They've got Jordan Love. They don't want that. Nobody wants that. There's been too much good that's occurred between both sides. Nobody wants it to get up. Look, here's the deal. The Packers and Aaron Rodgers have been in the process of getting a divorce for 2 years.
Yep.
The divorce now is getting official.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.